Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Vice, and today we are watching Erased episode 6. Last time, Satoru was brought back into the present where he learned he did change the past. Hinazuki's death date changed from March 1st to March 3rd. He also is still a suspect in his mother's own murder. Unfortunately, he has one coworker who threw him under the bus and another one who tried to help him but was targeted by the murderer. She is currently burning to death in her house, and I have a feeling they're all gonna blame Satoru for it. Now, Satoru needs to figure out who the killer is because this killer is actively after his life, trying to ruin it in any way possible. Killing his mother, his coworker, making sure all the blame lands on him. It's absolutely ridiculous. He also needs to go back in time, use revival again, and try and save Hinazuki from her mother, because it was her mother that killed her, not the killer that is currently hunting Satoru. So she was just lumped in with these serial abductions and murders, and because of that, her real killer just walked free. So I'm hoping that we go back into the past, Hinazuki gets justice, her mother gets arrested, we also save Hinazuki's life, because that would be great, and we figure out who the killer is. We know who it is, we know it's a man, we've seen him. I just don't know who he could be that his mother recognized him. The only suspects that we have right now are the teacher, actually, because he's one of the only male figures that we've been introduced to. The news reporter that works with Satoru's mother. We were just introduced to him the last episode as well. And then I guess the only other man that we've seen is the man with Hinazuki's mother. Don't know if that's her father or not. But those are the only men that we've been introduced to that could be the killer. I kind of feel like it's none of them. I'm not getting a strong sense for any of them at the moment, though if I did have to choose one of them, I don't know. I mean, the teacher's very much involved with this. He knew Hinazuki's home life, but also Hinazuki wasn't a part of the actual serial murderer's abductions, so it doesn't quite fit. I'm not quite sure if we've even truly met him in the past yet. We might not have. It's time for Satoru to go back into the past and change things, or else people are going to keep dying around him and he's going to be blamed for all of it. So, without further ado, let's get into this.
父は泥棒のレッテルを貼られた自分に耐えられなかったんだと思う。それと母は本当に父が盗んだんじゃないかと思ってたみたい。人を信じることをやめたくなったよ。父か母のどちらかを嫌いになれたら気持ちが楽になるのかなって思った。でも随分経ってからあの時どうして信じてあげられなかったんだろうって母が漏らした。
Wow, she divorced him over that. I still can't believe that.
愛理は父も母も好きで居続けようって思った。
This poor girl. Oh, and now you're here at the scene of the crime? Dude. Yep, go in and save her. At least if you save her, then you won't be blamed for this. He's very brave to be doing this. Oh, she gave him the phone because it... Right, I completely forgot the killer messaged her before this happened. He's making mistakes. Well, at least hopefully the manager will be on his side now. Don't. Well, now he's just gonna blame you and say it was you. At least she'll be okay. She's alive.
あの火事は愛理を狙った放火。しかもその犯人は俺だ。このメールを警察に見られないようにするために愛理は、つまり奴はもともと愛理の家を知っていた。
Yeah, it is that man.
愛理をつけた。思っているより近いところに奴はいるのかも。俺が捕まるのが先か、奴を見つけ出すのが先か。
誰？
藤沼悟です。
あんたが藤沼悟さんなら初めまして。お電話お待ちしておりました。
So this is the killer.
ぜひ。
Oh my god.
ここはダメですよ。外で会いましょう。僕まだ名乗ってませんね。明日お会いした時に。
Don't trust him.
あなたが藤沼幸子殺害の犯人かもしれないからですよ。
Is he not the killer? Is it the TV news reporter?
やあ、悟君、こっちこっち。元テレビ石狩社会部の澤田です。
Yes, okay, you're the old coworker.
本当に悟君だった。お母さんの面影あるよ。
Yep. Yeah, that's who I thought it was.
警
Okay.
戒してきただろうけど、通報もしてないし、僕の方も君のお母さんを殺していない。
僕を疑ってないんですか？
もちろん、あの人は自分を殺すような息子を育てないからさ。なるほどね。
昨日ポケットに入っていたのを思い出しました。
Oh, it's something his mother wrote.
連続で下手を打ってしまった自分の責任もあります。
You shouldn't have ran from
自
the
分の
police.
せいなんて思うのは思い上がりってもん
That's
だ
what your
でさ
mother used to say.
幸子さんの言葉だけどな。幸子さんからの電話の話をしようか。
Okay, she called you.
覚えてる18年前の連続
Okay,
殺人事件
I thought in the moment she was
もちろ
calling
ん
the killer for some
白
reason.
鳥純死刑囚は未だ犯行を認めていないよ。
あれ
I'm glad she
サトル
called
の言
him.
った通りだった犯人は白鳥くんじゃない真犯人誰だか分かっちゃったじゃあ明日小岩駅で
名前まで聞いておくんだって。
Yeah, you should have.
一つ昔の話をしようか。ひなずきかよちゃんの事件だ。
Did you find out the truth?
昭和63年3月2日夜、かよは母とその彼氏から暴行を受け物置に閉じ込められた。彼女はそのまま逃
She
死。
froze to
死
death.
体を隠蔽したと考えて警察は一度かよの
Poor girl.
母と男に容疑をかける。だが実際は
They did kill her.
22時から23時の間にかよは物置から失踪していた。3日0時30分に失踪に気づいたかよの母は藤沼家に電話をしてさりげなく行方を探していた。連れ去ったのは白鳥純。証拠の一つは物置の周囲に残っていたゴム長靴の足跡が白鳥家のものと一致したこと。
Because he knew. He would talk
警
to
察が
her.
公表している犯行手口は暴行を加えて気絶させ写真撮影を行う。
Then
業務用
photographed
冷
her.
凍庫内にて霧吹きを使い急速に透視させる。体
What?
温が20度に下がった時点で脳死。蘇生の可能性がほぼなくなるまで30分ほど待ち、日の出前にひなずき家物置に凍死体を戻した。
What?
ゆきさんがそんなことするわけない。
ひなずきかよ、杉田ひろみ、中西彩、3人の事件の少し前、隣の市でも誘拐殺人事件が起きているんだが、犯人はスピード逮捕され、白鳥純と同じく犯行を全面否認。君の今の状況を含めて何か気づかないがい？
Yeah.
解決済みの事件を調べる変なルポライター。
He's doing the same thing to you
散々
now.
笑われてきたけどね、実は一つも解決していないひなずきか
This
よ。
is a very smart
幸子さんも
man.
別の犯人を用意する。同じ奴に殺された。
そいつが今この町に。
相当狡猾な奴だよ。別の容疑者を用意して時間を稼ぐことで目撃証言も減り、現場の状況も変わっていく。自分から捜査がどんどん遠ざかっていくわけだ。
This guy's too smart. He's gonna do something to her.
口封じの線か。
藤沼悟、この状態なら手出しは不可能だな。
それより女子高生の方だ。防犯か。
母親殺しに協力させて
What?
用済みになったら口封じか。
Where are they getting this
ええ
from?
話だな。
This is just speculation. There's no evidence.
違う。
愛梨ちゃん、君が謝ることはないんだ。
そうよ、あんなストーカーに狙われていたなんて。
おばさん、そうじゃないの。
いいのよ、気づいてあげられなくてごめんなさい。
違う。
犯人の男は警察が追っている。怖がることはないんだよ。
違うのに。サトルさんが殺人や放火で追われるなんてありえない。
I mean, he's a suspect, but there's no evidence. Especially the stories they're telling about her. Absolutely from nothing. Who is this killer that he's so influential?
幸子さんの携帯からメールがその子に。
報道では軽傷と言ってましたが、今はまだ病院でしょう。
君に放火の容疑をかぶせて捜査の促進を図った。
それもあると思いますが、もうすでに僕は容疑者なんです。彼女片桐愛理と言いますが、それだけが理由で狙ったとは思えない。
つまりその子自身も奴のターゲットだと？
奴は僕を母さん殺しの犯人に仕立てるためにバイト先からの帰宅時間を知る必要があった。つまり母さんに誘拐未遂を目撃されてから殺すまでの1日と少しの間に、奴はあの店に来てシフト表を見ているんです。そしてその時愛理に顔を見られた。もしかしたら僕も知っている人間かも。
But she wouldn't have put it together though, so the killer is just being very hasty here.
ことのできる人間ということか。これはひょっとすると犯人に手が届くかもしれないぞ。ちょっと病院へ行ってくるよ。
Yeah, you should track the mother's
パソコン
phone.
に18年前の事件のレポートがある。見てていいよ。白鳥純は自分の父親が犯人だと思っているのではないか。アリバイ、物証に関して父親に不利な面で黙秘し続けたことがより印象を悪くしたと考えられる。
Oh, interesting. He thinks
父
his
親は
dad
もう
did
ゆき
it.
さんらしいや。
ひなずきかよと白鳥純が一緒にいるところを同級生が再三目撃している。藤沼悟の証言は黙殺されたが、こちらの証言は大きく参考にされた模様。
容疑者リストだ。ゆきさん親子以外は知らない名前。しかもたった5人。
警察の推測では杉田ひろみは女児と間違われて殺害されたものとされている。これにより杉田ひろみと面識のない5名が最終的な容疑者リストに残った。
ブスと手つなぐのやだな。ヒロミの方が全然いいべ。
Oh, that's your
ひろみが
friend.
殺された理由が分かった。犯人は男だと知っていて、 自分を容疑者リストから外すためだけにあえてヒロミを殺したんだ。
What?
同市内の小学3年生女児が一人でいるところに声をかけた白鳥純が近隣住民の通報により逮捕された。杉田博美殺害時に撮影された写真が白鳥食品の倉庫から押収され、これにより白鳥純は小児性愛の傾向
He
にあると
was
結
set
論
up
付け
so
られた。
hard.
さらに実質からは小児性愛関連の書籍も押収されており、
そんなもんなかった。ヒロミが死ぬ前の容疑者リスト、この中に奴の名前がある。
Who?
片桐さん入るよ。
She's dead. She's 100% dead.
眠ってますよ。
ぶしつけですみません。
That nurse did not
Katagiri
check her
愛理さん。
well because she's dead.
愛理の母です。
Oh, she's not dead. They switched places.
サトルさんは絶対やってないの。
Her mother
お母
believes
さんも殺
her.
してない。愛理を狙った放火もしてない。
That's
火事の時
amazing.
サト
The
ルさんは
trust
愛
she
理を
puts
助
in
け
her
に来たんだ
daughter.
よ。
君を助けたのは店長さんでしょ。煙いっぱい吸っちゃったからね。
お母さんはなんて聞いてるか知らないけど、愛理は共犯者かもって思われてるよ。信じてもらえないのって半端なく辛いよ。誰がサトルさんのことを信じてくれるんだろうって考えたら。
愛理、お
Because
母
her
さん
mom
も
learned the
追い
lesson.
かければよかったって
She didn't believe in her father, so she's gonna believe in her daughter.
愛理を信じてる。
Oh no, it's gonna get her killed.
しまった。電源切るの忘れてた。
よかった。電源入
Okay, so it is her.
愛理か、大丈夫なのか。
ってもうピンピンしてるよ。それよりさ、
I thought maybe it would
今から
have been the killer
会える
again.
絶対一人で行くから。
のこのこやってきちまった。真犯人のことなら電話でだって話せた。巻き込んじまったら愛理の立場が悪くなる
She's
だけ
already
なのに。
involved. You gotta keep her close to protect her.
全然飛ばねえじゃん。おかしいな。なんでだろう。
こうしてさ、揚力ってのをつけてやるんだ。
本当にこれで飛ぶようになる？
You shouldn't have shown yourself to kids, even though it's a sweet thing what you did. They could report you now.
ゆうきさんもこんな感じの思いしてたのかな。
Now you know. She's never gonna show up because the killer got her. I just know it. Okay, the killer did not get her. I was wrong. Thankfully.
約束通り一人で来たよ。
I think the killer followed her though.
警察の罠の可能性まで考えた自分が恥ずかしい。声に出てた。
西園って人が怪しいと思う。
西園？
2、3度見かけたよ。店長が先生って呼んでたし、バッジつけてたから多分市会議員。
A city
そいつなら
councilman.
シフト表も見られたはずだし、愛理たちの家分かってもおかし
That's
くない。
why he has so much sway over the investigation.
西園？リストにはなかったぞ。偽名。しかし市議で偽名は使えないはず。
顔知ってたから愛理は狙われたんだと思う。
最後のピースが
Yeah,
はま
I just
る
don't
ね。
understand how a city councilman gets involved in this
気持ちはわかるけど。
child
無茶しちゃ
abduction
ダメだよ。
murders.
ずっと昔に。
Like, I guess anyone can be a killer, but
いや、俺
I
が考
really
えた
thought we
漫
would
画の
have
話。
known who
予
the
定を
killer
間違え
is
て
from
子供
being
を
back
死な
in the
せてしまった
past.
死神の話だ。なんとか元に戻そうとしてあがいて。
This is just
動
your
けば
story.
動くほど関わる人たちが不幸になっていく。
Oh, that's sad.
正しいことをしているつもりなのに自分が関わってしまうと他人が傷ついてしまう。
他人がどうとかは死神の思い込みだよ。この死神はもっと自分を信じていいと思う。今目の前にあるのはきっと途中経過だよ。結末はもっと先のことで、まだ誰にもわからないんだから。
アイリー、本当に君に会えてよかった。声に出てた。
藤沼悟だな。
They got him.
邪魔をするな。
アイリー。
What the hell?
藤沼悟殺人および放火殺人未遂の容疑で
16時50分。
There should be no evidence, so I don't know.
アイリとの関係は逮捕かリバイバルのいずれかで消滅するのは覚悟していた。そして今がアイリとの最後の時だ。俺が今すべきことは。
You need to do revival.
俺がアイリに与えたかったものを与えるんだ。アイリが俺にそうしてくれたように。
She was a good friend.
アイリー、違うよ。君が信じてくれたから俺はまだ頑張れる。ありがとうアイリー。君を信じてよかった。
Yeah, that makes all the difference. That's him. That's the killer. He's a part of the police force, too? Revival. And that was episode 6 of Erased. Wow, absolutely crazy. We spent a whole episode in the present. I was surprised. I thought that we would be going back to the past this episode, but it looks like we will be next time, which is great. So now we have a lot of clues to put together who this killer is. Satoru has seen him, knows his name, or at least a fake name. We're not quite sure if it's real or not yet. And he knows his profession, his status. He knows a lot. It's very interesting that they still say that Hinazuki's death wasn't due to her mother. Like, yeah, she contributed toward it, but it wasn't her that did it. They're saying it was still the killer. I don't quite buy that. It seems like to me what really happened is she beat her daughter so badly and threw her in the shed, forgot about her, and so she froze to death overnight. And then she tried to blame it on someone else doing it, maybe? I don't know, it seemed the story the police made up was just so convoluted. It just didn't make any sense. So I think the simplest answer is that her mother killed her. It was an accident, but she still killed her. The crazy thing is that this killer, this man, is so influential that he is swaying the police into believing that Katagiri had something to do with it, that she was an accomplice, that she was being stalked, and that she was being influenced by this older man. It's kind of crazy that this killer can just spout off these random theories and people will take it as fact and not believe the victim. Like, that's insane to me that nobody believed Katagiri. She's the victim. She experienced this, and no one is believing her. No one is taking her word for anything. Absolutely insane. I don't know what kind of evidence they have on Satoru, but I'm sure the killer fabricated something because it seems like that's his MO. We learned that he has done this time and time again in different cities, always targeting young girls. And we learned that when Satoru was a kid, that boy in his friend group that looks like a girl was also murdered. I had no idea. Satoru never mentioned that at all. I don't know if he just forgot about that or if that didn't happen in the original timeline, so he just found out about it now. No idea. We can take the news reporter off our list of suspects because Satoru got involved with him this episode, shared their theories. They're both on the same track of this killer is still out there, these murders are still unsolved. We're gonna figure out who this is. So I'm glad the news reporter is on his side. He is probably going to get to the bottom of things while Satoru is in jail or in the past. I'm very curious when Revival will send him this time. Will it be before Hinazuku's death or after? What does he need to prevent here? If Hinazuku was actually killed by the abductor, then that's what he needs to prevent again. But if she wasn't and I'm right and that her mother actually killed her, then Satoru will be going back in time after the death. I keep saying her name wrong. I have been, haven't I? I've been saying Hinazuku. I think I meant Hinazuki. I'm really hoping we go back in time to a point where Hinazuki is still alive. Hopefully it's like the birthday. I think that would be the perfect day to go back to because that way he still retains his relationship with her and the memories with her and he doesn't have to start from scratch. I'm wondering if he actually recognized who the killer was at the end. Like, I know he recognized his face as the guy he saw at his mother's murder, but I'm curious if he recognizes him beyond that, if it's someone we have met or someone we will meet once we go back to the past. I'm just very curious about all of this. It's so interesting to me. This mystery is done really well. It has me questioning everyone and everything I've ever known, and I'm excited to keep watching. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought about this episode. Who did you think the killer was at this point in time? Did you think it was someone we already met or someone we have yet to meet? Let me know what you thought about this episode in the comments down below. If you enjoyed my reaction, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and check out my other series here on the channel. And with that, thank you for watching. Until next time, bye!